Yes, I seem to be fine. I would ask you the same, but seeing as you have that look on your face, I think you're fine as well. What kind of look? That's for me to know and you to find out. You don't seem like the type to appear at one of King Rufus's auctions. Well, the people at these events are... how do you put it? Slimy, that's the word. Invitations are limited and few, so you know those closest to that king get them. If everyone in this room dropped dead, I'm quite sure half of this country's corruption would die with them. You're right. I guess I am here as well. But so are you. You aren't like that? If you manage to get one of these invitations, that's kinda hard to believe, but as I'm here as well, I believe I cannot judge. Who knows? Maybe we're here for the same reason. You doubt it? What kind of reason would you have for coming here that makes you think like that? But don't worry, I'm quite good at keeping secrets.
Hello, honored guests. The auction will begin soon.
Do you hear that? The auction's starting. I would let you be on your way, but seeing as how you answered me before, I doubt you're here for the auction. You have someone to bid for you? Interesting. That would mean you had sorted out exactly what you wanted to buy before you have even laid eyes on the products. I'm perceptive? I would hope so. It's a skill everyone should have. Do not worry, I won't inquire any more about whatever it is you're buying. Perception is one of my skills, but knowing when the question should stop is also a talent of mine. My name? Though we've only just met, you can say that for when and if our paths cross again. Besides, if we never meet again, you won't need my name. Instead, let's exchange something much more interesting. Something about yourself. As for me, my favorite color is red. My dress happens to be the exact shade. It looks good on me? Flattery won't give you my name. What? You know the king very well? King Rufus? Well, that certainly gives me more about you. Everyone knows King Rufus refuses to spend time with anyone he believes is unworthy. You must be a high-ranking noble. A count? Archduke, maybe? Though I couldn't say which one. If I want more info, I have to give you my name? It seems like you actually are smart. Intriguing me, then bartering for information? I like you. You certainly know what you're doing. Then, I'll ask about the same subject. Are you on good terms with King Rufus? No? Interesting. I didn't think that man would let anyone who disliked him into his presence. Man thinks himself a god. You didn't pick up on that before? Yes, I don't like the king. He rules cruelly, puts himself first in everything, and doesn't understand what it means to be a ruler. It sounds personal? Well, maybe it is. Yes, I'm entirely aware this auction is run by him. My plan is to drink him so out of champagne, he has to sell one of his stupid vacation manners. What do you mean? You underestimate my drinking ability. The second prince, his younger brother, is quite different. I believe that if it were up to the people, he would have been chosen as the heir. Well, from what I've heard, he's kind, sees to the people, and is wise and intelligent. Of course, there is only so much you can learn from rumors, but I don't believe this country would be suffering as much if he were on the throne. I'm bold. Well, that's just another way to say that I'm outspoken and right. But you said you were close to the king, so I have to say, I'm curious. What do you think of his younger brother, the prince? He's handsome. Go on. He seems like a good person. You seem to like the second prince more than King Rufus, and you are the one who said you were close to him and not his younger brother. I think I've learned even more about you. Was I not supposed to see that? That man signaling time. If you wanted a secret code, you shouldn't use Janellian sign language. It's common enough. But time for what exactly? Of course I saw that. He isn't exactly far away. I should leave? And why would I want to do that? I should just trust you? I don't think we've known each other long enough to use that word. Please. You don't seem like the type to use that word lightly. Fine. You've intrigued me. I believe, but only if you come with me. You agreed so fast. Great. Let's go. If this is just some ploy to take me to a bar and get me drunk, it doesn't seem thought out enough. It isn't? Alright. I guess we'll just have to see.
Oh, Your Grace, we've been searching for you everywhere. How could you run away? Especially right before the night of your engagement.
Well, you found me. I merely wanted to have some fun. You know what they say, right? One last night of freedom? Oh, well, yes, I guess I haven't introduced myself. Nice to meet you. I'm Duchess Kyoko de Rose. You can call me Duchess Kyoko, or Kyoko if you're okay with that.
My lady, you cannot give out your name so easily.
It's fine. He's an interesting person. Honestly, I don't think I've ever...
Get down, Your Grace! What kind of place was that, honestly? I'm so glad you went anywhere closer. Do you know what would have happened to you?
Wait! Where did he go?
The gentleman who came with you? Let me see. He isn't here. Where could he have gone? I could have sworn he was here a second ago. You don't think that he got caught up in...
And what news you bring this time?
Oh, Your Majesty, it seems that there have been more whispers, if you will, of a rebellion. Trade routes to the south, weapons have been hijacked by a group of...
Damn rebels. Must every council meeting be flooded with these damn pests?
There were knights guarding it, but they were defeated by...
Behead them! If they didn't protect the shipment with their life, they don't deserve to have it! Put them in jail this instant and get out of my sight, you wretch!
Yes, Your Highness? Are you sure you want to save the knights? Getting into your brother's dungeon is quite... As you wish. I'll have people on it immediately.
Enough of that, my beloved friends. I have marvelous news. To strengthen our ties with the Western nobles, I will be hosting a banquet tonight. One where I'll have very interesting news to share. You are all dismissed. Leave me.
What news do you think he has to share? Last time, he had stolen magical creatures from the Republic of Gadala to show off in front of the nobles. Your brother doesn't really have a sense for entertainment. You're going to the banquet? He only wants to impress old men for power and beautiful ladies for pleasure. You don't fit in either of those categories. And as your advisor and my closest friend, it may not be the best idea to go catching his attention now. We're getting closer. King Rufus's attention may ruin that. A different signal for time? Why would we need to change it? Somebody recognized it? Was it that lady that you couldn't seem to get your eyes off of? You even left earlier than planned because of her. The plan could have gone entirely wrong. But it didn't. Even so, wouldn't it be too risky to go now? Fine. As long as you stick with me, you should be fine. Now, for other things on the agenda. A few of our shipments are late. Red has been doing a good job handling them, so they should be arriving soon. And when they do... I've never seen you so perplexed by a tie. You usually pick whichever one they offer you. The Western nobles. Well, yes, I could see why you would want to impress them. They are powerful. The Lamarcks, Trenas, and the DeRoses. It may be a good idea to win them over, but you usually hate publicity stuff like this. Huh. The Quiet Prince finally wants to mingle? Color me impressed. Weirded out, but impressed. That tie looks good. Now, come on. We won't make a good impression if we're late. You ready, Your Highness? All right. Announcing the arrival of His Highness, the Second Prince.
Ah, my dear brother. I hope you find these festivities to your liking. I have a very wonderful surprise for you later. Now, have fun, brother.
Is he drunk again? I don't expect anything, but he really gives kings a bad name. No one will hear us here. He keeps mentioning some surprise, though. I wonder what that's all about. I'm sort of nervous. I never want to be surprised by King Rufus. They don't usually end well.
My pleasant guest, welcome! I have a wonderful announcement, one that will solidify the bond between the royal family and the powerful Western nobles. Now, I introduce you to my fiancée.
Fiancé?
Duchess KIYOKO&KANADE. Beautiful as ever.
Yes, it's good to see you again.
That was certainly... Your Highness, are you alright? You look a bit pale. It's nothing. Are you sure about that? We can always get the doctor to check you out.
Oh, brother. Wonderful of you to join us. Meet my fiancée.
Hello, Your Highness. Talk to me. I'm not quite sure that behavior is
We'll
appropriate.
be family soon. What's wrong with talking? As long as you don't plan on doing anything else. You know what that would cost you, right? Go ahead.
I didn't imagine that stuffy ballroom would have such a large garden connected to it. Do you bring all the ladies out here? Of course you don't? Sure. Let's get to the point. Whatever could you mean? I guess there is no hiding it. But shouldn't I have more questions than you? The second prince at his older brother's auction. He tells me to leave, and strangely the auction blows to bits moments later. Suspicious, isn't it? I guess that could cause some confusion. I did say I dislike King Rufus, and yet here I am. I guess there is suspicion on both ends. So, how about we continue our little game? Let's exchange information. A question for a question. I'll go first. Are you leading rebellion against the king? What are you pausing for? I guess I can't force you, but be honest with your answer, and I will be with mine. I guess it's sort of a game of risk, isn't it? Are you willing to bet on me? You are? All right. Your question now. Why did I get engaged to King Rufus? Good question. I want to ruin him. King Rufus took from me, and so I will take from him. I think we share a goal, Your Highness, but you have reasons much nobler than mine. That fool believes me in love with him. He's so full of himself he believes I am as well. I will take him down, and I'm no fool. Your help, even if it isn't for me, will be greatly appreciated. Call us allies.
Oh, Your Highness, there you are. I'm not late. You are simply early. Plus, I was helping get my older brother ready for the mission you sent him on. You know how it is with Count Ein. Always has to be right. Well, of course I'm not wrong. I may be the younger of the Ein siblings, but I am not the most foolish. And you need to catch me up with everything that's been happening. I know I've only been gone for a week or so, but my brother was telling me some very interesting things. I wish I could have seen it for myself. Well, I know it's important. The troops we have in the north did some more reassurance, but I would give anything to see you interested in a girl, especially the king's fiancé. Sure. Let's just get this job done. We're meeting with that dude who works for Red again, right? I don't even know why we trust them. Every time we come here, I get reminded of what those stuffy nobles miss out on. A good tavern. It may not be the cleanest place, but they definitely offer better drinks than that champagne in tiny glasses. I know, obviously. No drinking on the job. That isn't what we're here for anyway. Hey bartender, any elves with blue shoes pass through these parts?
Only those with red shoes. Sorry.
We'll take those then.
It's the second room. down that hallway.
A pleasure, as always. Hey, keep that hood on. Last time we had to pay off someone who had noticed your face, and I was going to use that to get ourselves a drink. You really have to be more mindful of these things. You are our leader, after all. We need to make this fast, so no questions about Red, okay? He never answers them anyway. Ah, Carlson, what a fine time to see you.
It is, ain't it? Why don't you have a seat?
It seems like you have some good info for us. I can tell from the gleam in your eyes.
Yeah, man. Red got some really good ones this time.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, boy. The king plans to cut off support from a small town in the south. Apparently he doesn't see the less fortunate folks as worthy enough to live in his country. His words, not mine. The plan is he's going to be cutting them off from wheat supplies and be directing them to the capital.
Bastard.
Because of all our hits on King Rufus lately, he's been running low on supplies. He's either asked or threatened, I'm going to assume the latter, other countries for supplies. They're supposed to arrive in the country in 2 days' time. Count that. 2 days. Exactly, Your Highness. You see, this is why I like you. You may be quiet at times, but hey, you make a choice when it matters. Red didn't exactly tell us to steal it, but...
It would be funny, wouldn't it? Taking his own shipments and giving them to the people he cut off? It should last them until we are able to take the kingdom for ourselves. Why not? It would make him furious.
Then that's settled. Oh, no can do, I'm afraid. Red's identity is something I'm taking to my grave. And for your own safety, I suggest you don't go digging around. Red's got a reason for not telling you who she is. Best advice is just to trust her, man.
That Red. She's been with us since the beginning of the rebellion, but as time goes on, I can't say I know her any better. Relax, Your Highness. I am not questioning Red's loyalty. More than anyone, I know how vital she has been to the operation, and how vital she is to you, Your Highness. You trust her with intel without a second glance, although you've never met. Okay, enough. We have to get back for the garden party, Your Highness. Quickly, we can't be late.
Hello, and you are... Ah, Your Highness. Announcing the arrival of His Highness, the Second Prince, and his companion, Lady Ayn.
How did I become your companion? I mean, I guess I am, but still, aren't I more like your valiant soldier? Companion makes it seem like I stick with you for your personality, not your goals.
And now, announcing His Majesty, King Rufus the Magnificent and Brave, and his fiancée, Duchess KIYOKO&KANADE.
The Magnificent and Brave? Really? He hasn't gotten any more humble since I last saw him.
Hello, everyone. As the new fiancée of the king, I thought that I would hold a small garden party. I hope you all enjoy it. These drinks have been made by myself, with some assistance, of course. Please, everyone, drink your fill.
These drinks do seem quite good. Well, what is it? A note? You got a what now? What? Go where? My brother said to keep you out of trouble until he comes back. Your Highness!
Glad you saw my note. Well, Rufus has told me that he plans to make an announcement later. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but he told me to be ready. So, you should be too. Rufus doesn't trust me quite yet, but I don't think he believes I have a brain to trust. I'm able to eavesdrop, and he doesn't suspect a thing. Am I all right? Oh, your brother? He hasn't tried anything just yet, but it isn't hard to see the desire in his eyes. I just try to avoid him as much as possible. Don't worry, it'll all be worth it. Oh, if I feel scared I should come to you, that's bold of you to say, since you don't have much power inside these walls yet. Still, it's reassuring. Is there a reason you're looking out for me so much? I remind you of someone. In what way? My favorite color. That reminds you of someone? What is that supposed
Your
to—
Highness! Your Highness, you have to come back. The king is about to make an announcement.
And there's our cue. Tell me next time.
What are you doing behind a bush? Anyway, let's get back fast.
Where were you?
I just had to go to the bathroom.
Don't keep me waiting.
Of course, it won't happen again.
Pleasant guests, honored nobility, I have a wonderful surprise for all of you.
A surprise?
We will be heading to the esteemed country of Perua to build ties. The diplomatic trip will take place in a week, and my fiancé will be coming with me. I hope this trip will allow us to build ties between two powerful nations.
A visit to Perua? It seems like we'll have a perfect opportunity to steal those supplies. But isn't he leaving his throne a bit too vulnerable? What could be going on in King Rufus's head?
Come in. You better not be bothering me with something trivial. If you are... oh, it's you. What do you want, brother? What are you asking? You wish to come to Perua? And why is that, brother? I can't imagine that you have an actual smart reason. You merely wish to travel. Whatever. Come along if you must. Just do not bother me and my fiancé. Now leave.
And I think that's just about everything. Hopefully we packed enough. You never really talk about this, huh? I didn't think I need to call in attendance from the Ein Manor because yours are terrible. I should have told my brother. I know it's because of your brother, but does he really find it necessary to give you terrible staff? It just seems petty as all. Here I am, Lady Ein of a renowned countdom, managing your belongings. I have truly turned from lady to companion to what, assistant? There's no need to apologize. I was only teasing. How about we carry all of this to the carriage?
Hello, Your Highness. I didn't think I would be seeing you out here. And who is this?
Oh, forgive me, Your Grace. I am Lady Ein. I was at your garden party a few nights ago, but we didn't get to talk.
Ah, Lady Ein. Wonderful to meet you. What are you doing with His Highness?
Just helping with some things.
Ah, I see. Well, it is good to know that His Highness has someone he can rely on.
Kyoko, we're leaving. Get over here.
And I guess that's my cue. Lovely to meet you, Lady Ein, Your Highness. I'll be seeing you both in Perua.
Kyoko!
She is really nice. I can see why you're so interested in her. Okay, I won't tease you. Let's get going. Our carriage is right over there. Dang, our carriage in comparison to the king's is pretty shabby. Another one of his petty tricks? Let's just get going. Okay, we should be good. Hopefully everyone else can keep the revolution going while we're gone. Yes, I know how trustworthy Red is. You know, recently, there have been more protests around the kingdom. People are finally starting to act, though we've always known just how terrible King Rufus is. If the king keeps ignoring them as he's always done, he'll make them even more angry. Yes, there have been a few casualties with the citizens. I know you hate to hear about it, Your Highness, but it is a fact that the king is a cruel man. This is why we must continue, to make their sacrifices worthwhile and give a better life to all the other subjects. How did we end up with such a tender-hearted prince?
Are you ready? You can't screw this up for me. Both of you. The King of Perunsta is hosting this banquet, and we must ensure we are the most of all his guests. You hear me?
Yes.
Brother? Good. Let us go. I'll go pay my respects.
It's so obvious he's sucking up to the king. It disgusts me. Oh. By the way, where's that girl you had with you before? Yes, Lady Ayn. Makes sense. King Rufus hardly let us come. He'd hate for anyone on your side to be here. I guess I'm here, though. Am I on your side? Well, I'm certainly not on his. Not that he knows it. He believes I love every part of him. Arrogance? That's one way to say it. I call it stupidity. Seeing something that simply does not exist at all.
Kyoko, get over here.
He calls. I'll do all that I can. Retire to your room. I'll come and meet you in a bit.
How long must I wait?
Forgive me.
Your Highness, is that you? I thought it was you. What are you doing here? You should be trying to win the King of Perugna's favor. Lady Kyoko told you to? Why would she do that? I guess we'll just have to see, won't we? We can wait together.
Waiting will be unnecessary.
Where did you come from?
The balcony connects to the one outside the ballroom. I was getting a bit of fresh air before finding you. Your Highness, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, not at all. Would you like to speak to His Highness alone?
It's all right. I have nothing to hide from his close confidant and aide. I have created an opportunity for His Highness to meet the King of Perua. Tomorrow night, he'll be expecting you in the observatory. That is all I can do for you. Prove yourself, Your Highness. Show me that you can convince the King of Perua to back you over your older brother. Show me that you can lead us.
You've been deep in thought for some while. Nervous for your meeting with the Perusian king? I don't think you have reason to worry. You're more capable than your brother on his best day. I think the king will genuinely see your kindness and it'll get through to him. Me? No, I couldn't come with you. I am merely a lady from a countdom in a different country. The Ein family is reputable, but this is the King of Perua we're talking about. I'm amazed that the Duchess Kyoko even managed to get you an audience. Oh, look at the time. You have to start getting ready for the meeting. You have to look your best, okay? Wear that new cravat that my brother got you. Are you ready to go? Well, let me escort you. It's the least I can do. I know I don't have to tell you to act a certain way, but still, be on your best behavior. This revolution hangs on how much support we can get from those around us, okay? Red would tell you to be on your best behavior as well. Thank you. Well, this is it. I would tell you good luck, but merely prove to us all that you don't need it.
Ah, you've made it. I have to say, when the beautiful Duchess sought me out without her fiancé, I was curious. Even more so when she asked me to meet with you. Second Prince, you've caught my eyes. Why? Well, there are a number of things. I've done my research. Everybody apparently regards you as a better suit for the throne. Yet, when I truly looked into it, you have done nothing but clean up your big brother's messes. You're a loving sibling, it seems. But how much of it is real, and how much of it is fake? Come, join me for tea. I have a couple of questions for you. So, tell me, what are you here for? My support? Well, you are bold, aren't you? The only thing an heir to the throne needs support for is a coup d'etat. I guess that love is a farce. It isn't. Now you amuse me. Elaborate. You are doing it because you love your brother. Now that's something I've never heard before. Most people attempt to convince me how terrible the other party is, how much of a better leader they would be. But you say you're doing this because you love your brother. Now, I have to ask, if you had your gun aimed at a white hare, would you take the shot? Just answer the question, Second Prince. You would, if it could be used to feed someone, to help someone. Well, that's an answer. You know, I like you. Resourceful, kind, compassionate, but willing to do what is necessary for those you love. It is hard to find people like you, truly. You know what? I will lend you my help. If you've answered truthfully and what the Duchess said is true, you may be the answer to many of my prayers. I will lend you my troops when the time is right. All I ask in exchange is one thing. A favor. Simple, isn't it? I agree. Nothing can ever be that simple. But truly, you don't exactly have a choice, do you? I'm right. So you're honest as well. I think I'm liking you more and more, Prince. So what do you say? Willing to make a deal with me? Perfect. Well, I'll see you soon. Don't forget your promise.
What's on your mind? You've been like this ever since we began the debrief. Did it have something to do with your meeting with the king? You still haven't told me what happened. How am I not supposed to worry? As your sole vassal in this different country, I am the only one you can rely on. Anyway, I'll just sum everything up again, so listen, okay? We've received some information saying that Red is currently in this country. Yes, Red, the one and only. Someone in her signature red cloak was seen stopping by the headquarters in Perua. I was suggesting that we go check on our headquarters here anyway. We have to show our support. The supplies they've been sending has helped us quite severely. All right, Your Highness. I've already informed someone to find a carriage. One better than your brother could get. Shall we? Do you really think that Red is here? Why would she come here? Of course. Everyone back home knows you came here, but I'm wondering why she felt the need to come. She hardly reveals herself, you know. I'm honestly amazed that she's managed to keep her identity a secret for so long. So why would she risk it? Yes, she is unpredictable. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? You first, Your Highness. a lovely town. Unlike back home, this place holds a different sort of charm, doesn't it, Your Highness? Well, our headquarters should be down this road if my map is correct. Your Highness? Isn't that the Duchess?
No need to talk like that. A lady like you must be nobility, right? We're just asking for you to spare some change.
Change? You were...
Oi, mate. It's none of your business. Move along. It is your business. And why would it be? You're her friend.
Yes, he's my friend. What of it?
Are you alright, Lady Kyoko?
Lady Ayn? Yes, I'm alright. Your Highness, watch out! He's coming this way!
Lady Kyoko, come to the side. His Highness can handle himself.
Do you really think that could have...
And he's out. We were just supposed to find the headquarters. How to get to this?
Are you alright? Forgive me for troubling you like this. Yes, I'm fine. But why would you throw yourself into trouble for my sake? Is that so? Well, nonetheless, you have my thanks. You too, Lady Ayn.
No problem. I'll go get some guards to deal with this one. Here's the map, Your Highness. Please take care of the Duchess.
What was I here for? Well, you know I merely wish to explore the town some. Do you not get bored of the same scenery? See? Then you understand my sentiment. Shall we get going? Where do you need to get to? Oh, I see. That spot on the map. Shall we? I believe I know a shortcut. Already? You underestimate me, Your Highness. I have a good sense of direction. That is all. I've been meaning to ask. Did you make good of my arrangement with the king? You did? That's great news. I wouldn't say that I put in a good word for you necessarily. I merely said what I know to be true. Your goodness is not something I merely make up and use for sport. It is something I know to be true. Something that I've held witness for myself. I am many things, Your Highness. Good is not one of them. But I'm willing to sacrifice myself for good. You know, Your Highness, you always see the side of me I wish to keep hidden. I've spent countless hours with your brother, and yet I don't think he knows as much as a few meetings have done between us. Why is that? Because you wish to get to know me. And I ask you again, why is that, Your Highness? You find yourself caring for me? Your Highness.
The buildings are on fire. Someone alert the
Fire?
guards.
And it's spreading fast. Who would set the headquarters on fire? The guards must
Excuse
be
me. Young man, please help. My daughter is in that building. Please, save her. Thank you. Thank you.
Your Highness. Your Highness.
You saved her. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Your Highness, how could you just go barging into a fire? Don't answer that. I know it's just in your nature. I alerted the guards, though. They should be here any...
Evacuate civilians first. We must form a line to get water to the fire as quickly as possible.
Is that the king? He came all the way out here for a fire? I guess you're correct. You would only get in the way if we stayed here and if your brother finds out. Let's go.
Well, you didn't waste your time getting back here. What, didn't you get back from Perua yesterday? Alright. I'm an informant, aren't I? That's what I do. No Lady Ayn this time? Oh, okay. Where do I begin? Red didn't disappoint this time either, Your Highness. We all had our suspicions, but do you really believe King Rufus went to Perua to build ties? Of course not. He was there to retrieve something. Crystal. Well, it was developed by an ancient Peruvian royal mage. She was the one who helped the hero defeat the necromancer. Yeah, the one from the legends. After he's historically vanished, the royal mage used the crystals to temporarily erase all the memories of the hero. They needed to maintain stability after fighting such a powerful foe. You know how it is. You know where I'm going with this? Yeah, the crystal can manipulate the mind. Not just erase memories, but maybe even control them. Yeah, your brother's got it now. A fault by King Wriothesley, no doubt. But now that it's within the borders, he doesn't have the jurisdiction or manpower to wage an all-out war. Well, Your Highness, we received intel that he may try to use it at the Founding Day ceremony, when all the capital is gathered. Now, what exactly he's trying to do, we're not so sure of that. Thank you, Your Highness. I'm only doing my job. Though, I gotta ask, how are you gonna approach this? I'm just excited to be able to witness your plan, man. Yeah, that's everything. Just be careful on your way back, Your Highness. As much as we try, this rebellion isn't as hidden as we like it to be.
Are you ready for the council meeting? Well, at least you're honest, Your Highness. I know how difficult it must be to go along with the king's cruel demands, but remember why you're doing it. Well, into the den of lions we go.
Brother, late as always. I told you, you must set an example as a member of high nobility. Yes, you're forgiven or whatever. Sit. So, what is it now?
Well, Your Majesty, there are people in the East who are asking for help.
What do they want?
Well, as your knowledgeable Majesty knows, there has been a great famine going on for the last few weeks. They just wanted to know if you'd be sending
Any what? Food? I give them land to live on and protection. And they want me to use my hard-earned money for that? Can't they just grow some?
Well, that's not exactly how that works.
Don't you lecture me! I have had enough with the people asking for more and more. Everyone must work for what they want. Is that not a given?
Your Majesty?
Kyoko? What is it?
The people of the East are indeed hard to deal with, but what about this? Give in to their whims for now, extend the wonderful mercy you have, and they'll sing your praises throughout the land. It will raise morality, and they'll be able to work just as hard as they can for the kingdom.
You're right. It could be good to give them some encouragement.
And the Founding Day Festival is coming up, isn't it? Just think of how the people will line the streets for just a glimpse of the man who saved them from starvation.
Yes, yes! I can see it now! Wonderful idea, Kyoko! Why couldn't you come up with something like that, Count Carlisle?
Forgive me, I merely...
It is of no matter. Is that all? Interrupting my rest for some talk about famine? You're all dismissed.
Thank goodness that's over. I almost died. Ah, yes, Your Highness. Yes, I'm all right. Talking to your brother can just give me a scare. You know how he is. It's nothing for you to apologize about. How was your trip to Perusna? Pleasing, I hope. And how's Count Ein? I haven't seen him recently. Ah, he's running errands, you say? How curious. I could have sworn I had saw part of the king's army come from the north. Wasn't Count Ein there visiting relatives? Yes, but he sent knights to the northern dukedom. Though I have no clue as to why. Your Highness! Your Highness!
Your Highness? Is something wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? A message from my brother? His vassal is here right now. He was about to tell me what news he carries. Would you like to join me? All right, come inside.
Your Highness, I am Lord Esther, the Ein family's vassal. You already know?
What? Know what?
Lady Ein, I am so sorry to inform you, but Master Ein has passed away.
What? No. No. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. You must be lying. This is another one of his pranks, right?
My lady.
Oh, I see. I shall go to the terrace for a moment. Do not follow me.
Yes, I agree. Let's give her some space. Why don't we... Your Highness, you're crying. Here, I have a handkerchief. This must be hard for you. I know he was your dear friend, All right. I will start from the beginning. Count Ein went to the north as you asked him. He spoke to the Duke who rules over it, trying to see where his loyalties lied. When the Duke confessed his anger over King Rufus's rule, Count Ein asked him if he'd be willing to support you. Well, King Rufus does have his smart moments, and I guess he doubted the loyalty of the Duke. The king sent a part of his army to the north. Since we were there, along with the Duke's forces, we were able to defend the castle, but the Count himself? He passed away valiantly in the battle, Your Highness. But in his dying moments, he wished that I tell you that he has secured the loyalty of the North, and that you should not feel guilt for something that was not your fault. We are at your command, Your Highness. The day you deem it is the day that we overthrow the king. All right. I will send word to the Duke. I guess it begins. The Second Prince's Rebellion.
So the crystal, it's ready?
Yes, my king. During the Founding Day ceremony, we will have the entire country in our grasp, along with all the visiting dignitaries from other nations.
Finally, a throne I deserve. But how do we know it works? Well, sorcerer?
I can show you right now. We just need someone to test it on, don't we?
Oh, that won't be hard. You, guard.
Oh, yes. Yes. Your Majesty?
Go fetch my fiancée.
Duchess KIYOKO? Are you sure, Your Majesty?
What else would she be good for? Go.
Yes, Your Majesty.
So how does it work?
Well, the magicules in the Peruvian mage's blood identifies the magicules that are not alike to it, and reform the magicules in their blood to the owner's will. It's actually quite fascinating.
Okay, whatever.
Here's the Duchess.
Your Majesty? What is it?
Come here, KIYOKO dear.
Yes?
How do you feel about me, KIYOKO?
I believed I already answered this question, did I not?
KIYOKO?
She cannot speak of her own will now. She'll only respond to orders.
Is that so? KIYOKO dear, pick up the crown and place it on my head. And with this, I'll have the entire continent in my hands.
So, we're meeting everyone in this bunker? We've never met here before. What if a rat runs over my foot? Yes, I think I'll be okay. But it isn't like you to come to a meeting place that hasn't been vetted before. Oh, Red made this call. That makes sense, I guess. No, I do trust her, I promise. I, Lady Ein, solemnly swear to... What do you mean, am I really okay? I'm as okay as I can be. But I know my brother believed in your rebellion more than anyone, and I will see his wishes true. Thank you. Oh, is it here?
There you are, Prince. I thought you were keeping us waiting on purpose.
King Wriothesley? What are you... Why
No
are
need
you...
for formalities here. Here we are equal, all united with one goal.
Hello, Your Highness. I'm glad you made it here safely. Lady Ein, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Lord Astor. I assumed you've been alright as well.
Yes, as well as I can be. Oh, and this is Duke Opal, the Duke your brother saved. He has come to help our efforts.
Hello, Your Highness, milady. Nothing I ever say will make Count In's sacrifice all right with you. But I will say I'm grateful in that I'm sorry nonetheless.
Thank you, Your Grace.
No, please don't thank me. Is this all of us?
Well...
So you've all made it.
The Duchess KIYOKO?
It's nice to finally meet you all, and formally introduce myself as Red. Yes, it has been a long time coming, but I am Red, your secret partner in this rebellion.
You've been Red this whole time?
I didn't know you'd be this shocked, Lady Ein.
I'm quite shocked as well, Duchess. You were the last person I expected.
Well, Lord Astor, many times the best place to hide is directly in sight. Isn't that right, Second Prince? I see I have rendered you speechless, Your Highness. You suspected me? I guess I couldn't escape your watchful eye entirely, could I? But we'll talk later, Your Highness. We have much more pressing matters, do we not? The king currently thinks that I'm being mind-controlled. That's right, Your Highness. I will catch everyone who doesn't know up. When King Rufus went to Perua for diplomatic relations, he was actually searching for an ancient crystal that gives the owner the ability to control the mind. He found it, and he's planning to use it during the Founding Day ceremony.
I see. There will be many diplomats from surrounding countries, correct? He's planning to get them under control.
Yes, that makes sense. But, Lord Astor, let us not forget that there will be countless civilians there. Maybe even half the capital.
That could prove rather dangerous. He could make them all believe anything.
Exactly, Lady Ein. If he manages to pull this off, forget the rebellion. King Rufus could rule an empire, and none would be the wiser.
Duchess KIYOKO, you're clearly quite passionate about this. But my question is, why are you doing this? You could have been in a better place than all of us if you had just remained the king's fiancé.
I'm not who you all think I am. I am from a fallen household in Perua, a household that met its end because of that thing they call a king.
Perua?
It's true. Why do you think I trusted her input so much, Your Highness? Not just anyone can make recommendations to me.
So that's why you want revenge?
Yes. And it is also why the ancient crystal doesn't work on me.
Duchess KIYOKO is a descendant of the ancient Peruvian mage that created the crystal. And because of that, the crystal cannot affect her mind. She's our secret weapon. The only one who can work on the inside of this operation.
This is good then. Why can't she just go steal the crystal?
It's under surveillance by a man the king calls the sorcerer. Nobody's getting past him. I've already tried. Our chance is during the founding day ceremony, as the crystal is being moved to the cathedral. If that doesn't work, then we need to siege the capital before the king can use it. That's where King Wriothesley and Dugoble's troops, along with our other forces, come into play. But hopefully it won't resort to that.
I see. Well, this is why we're here, to stop the tyrant. You can all count on me.
As you can on I.
Of course.
As always, I'm ready to help.
Perfect. Your Highness? Yes, I shall do my best as well. I will be in touch with you all soon. Remember why we are doing this.
Yes. And that's what I told him. It was merely a few gold coins. Oh, there you are, brother. Why don't you lighten up? It's a glorious day. What point is there in being so sullen? Ah, the Duchess? I believe she's sitting down on the sidelines over there. I told her, she wished to sit down. Yes, whatever. Bring her to the Terrans or whatever. She won't prove to be any fun anyway.
Your Highness? What are you doing? He said that? Sure. Anything to be away from all of this. What a relief. Pretending to be that man's compliant doll is much more tiring than you would think. Me? Of course I'm okay. I know why I'm doing this, and well, I'm not as fragile as you think. I agree. Even strong people can get hurt, but this is a necessary sacrifice, Your Highness. I'm ready to do my part. Now let's change the subject, shall we? These are my only few moments of peace, and I don't want to spend them thinking about Rufus. My home? Well, it was certainly different from this place. I may have been a noble in Perua, but I wasn't a wealthy one. We had but a few maids, and most of the time, my father and mother saw to cooking dinner themselves. But still, I was happy, free, loved, and provided for. Then, everything changed that day that King Rufus attacked. Do you remember the event that began your rebellion? That's right. King Rufus haughtily believed he could conquer Perua and began attacking at the border. Much to his dismay, he soon learned he didn't have the manpower for it and signed a treaty instead. Yes, that's correct. My family's estate fell to those attacks. I saw my mother and father killed right in front of me, only for King Rufus to turn back a few weeks later and sign a treaty. He does not care for the lives he ends, that bastard. So I decided that I was going to be the one to cause his downfall. Yes. My father was old friends with King Wriothesley's father, so I sought him out for help. He agreed and sent me to your kingdom as KIYOKO&KANADE. None were the wiser. Once here, I began to seek out those against him, and shockingly, and after much digging, I discovered the rebellion you were putting together. Indeed. I wanted to help, but I couldn't risk being uncovered, hence the name Red. What? No, I should be the one thanking you. I know our reasons for this rebellion are different, but I do wish to help your cause as well. Thank you for being the one in the light. You will bring the light to me? How cute. But some of us are not meant for the light, Your Highness. I should get going. He'll start looking for me soon. Yes. Good night.
Are you ready, Your Highness?
Lady Iron?
Ah, Lord Astor, Duke Opal, you're here as well.
Yes, well, some last-minute planning was needed for today.
Ah, yes, the Founding Day ceremony is quite the occasion, is it not? Hopefully the guards take that as it is. Though even if they report to King Rufus, he won't make anything of it.
It is a good thing Duchess Kyoko placed a spell on His Highness's quarters. At least we don't have to worry about being listened to here.
I agree. The spell is quite impressive. The Duchess being a mage was a bit of a surprise, no?
Well, after learning that she is a descendant of the royal mage from Peruvian legend, it wasn't so difficult to believe.
I suppose so.
Is everything in position?
Yes, I believe so. We have the cloaking agents the Duchess gave us, so we'll be able to hide ourselves well.
Do you also have the fake crystal?
Yes, the fake crystal is right here. Also thanks to the Duchess.
She's been planning this for a long time, it seems.
Yes, as His Highness is saying, it is best for us to go now. We don't want to be late.
Alright, good luck on your end.
And on yours.
We'll put on the cloaking agent now then. See you all later.
Stay safe, all of you.
The royal family will be seated in the front carriage, while the cargo will be
You
in the
want
back.
me to share a carriage with my brother?
Well, your majesty, the people will want to see the whole royal family greeting them while they ride down the street.
Whatever. Kyoko, come here. Brother, you as well.
I'll be taking my own carriage. See you there, Your Highness.
Shall we depart, my dear?
Yes.
Our turn then.
Wow, we slipped right past the guards.
Just shows you how skilled Duchess Kyoko is with her magic. Now the crystal.
Should be around here somewhere.
Ah, found it. Quick, exchange them.
There we go. Now, what else are we supposed to do?
The Duchess said to use the other device she gave us to plant a magic signature on the fake.
Ah, right. Because that sorcerer will be able to tell if it doesn't have any magic on it. Here it is. Let me just... There we go.
Alright, now we make our escape. Do we just jump?
I guess so.
I'll be billing the prince for massage therapy after this.
It's a beautiful day, is it not? What do you mean, you guess? You should really be more patriotic, don't you think? It's our founding day ceremony, a day that celebrates our glorious ancestors. And who knows, more gloriousness could be coming this country's way. What was that? I guess this road is quite bumpy. Kyoko, when we get back, tell Count Carlisle to fix it.
Yes.
Ah, yes, brother. Today, do not go wandering too far. Stay next to me. Why? Don't worry about it. Your feeble mind couldn't be able to comprehend the complexity of my explanation either way. But just know that after today, it will be clear who is meant to rule the continent. Duh! What is that look in your eyes? Smile! You're not good for much, but you can at least show the people how glorious we are. Ah, we're approaching the city. Smile and wave. Why are some of them not cheering? How dare they? Look at them. Clueless people. We are the only ones who can guide them from right and wrong, and use them to bring glory to this nation. They just don't know what's good for them.
Welcome to the Saintess's Cathedral, Your Majesty. I have been setting up while you were away.
Is that so? I trust that everything is ready.
Of course. Just waiting for the most important part to arrive.
Yes, it's in a carriage behind us.
You made sure it was well guarded?
Of course. What do you take me for? I am not that incompetent.
Yes, my king. Of course, of course.
Kyoko, follow me.
Yes.
Oh, Your Highness, are you all right? Good. Let's get in position. People are starting to enter the cathedral. Let's finish this.
This is a glorious day that this nation was founded. A wonderful place that is greater than any on earth. And you all have the wondrous honor to become a part of its permanent history. Our nation is too great to remain contained by borders. And this is a relic that will give you all the ability to see for yourselves. Is it ready?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Then see and follow me. I said, see and follow me. What? Why isn't this?
Just as the Duchess said. Now, time for my part. Now that I see it, isn't that crystal the ancient mind-altering one created in Peruvian legend?
Yes, it is. He was planning to mind control us.
Taking everything for himself is one thing, but putting us under mind control?
What? How dare they question me? Sorcerer, do it now!
Are you looking for this?
Kyoko? Why do you have that? Give it to me.
No.
What do you mean, no? You should do what I tell you to!
Did you hear that? He tried to mind control the Duchess!
People, hear me. King Rufus has taken so much from you, from your land to your food, ruling with an iron fist and no heart.
Kyoko!
Be quiet. What will it take for you all to fight back? When he comes for your very lives? What about when he comes for your minds? King Rufus was planning to brainwash you all. This crystal is an ancient one from Perusna, one that can take your mind captive. King Rufus will stop at nothing until he has the entire continent do his bidding. And you may have been at his mercy, but not for any longer.
Guards, get her!
I'm afraid your guards have already been subdued.
What? How dare...
How dare she what?
Is that the King of Perusna? He has guards with him.
You tormented your people for several years, and yet some of them had no choice but to bear through the pain. But what if there was a chance for change? You all don't have to lie in fear any longer.
You think you can take my throne?
Of course not. But I know someone who can.
Yes, the only one the throne could go to. The only one it should.
The second prince?
He's always cared for the people more.
Anyone who rose up against the king would always mysteriously disappear, but maybe with the second prince in power?
His Highness is correct. You betrayed your people first, King Rufus, and you were just too arrogant to see it. But unlike you, we are not tyrants. What do the people want? Do you want Rufus as your king? Or the second prince?
The second prince!
We don't want that excuse of a man ruling our country.
Down with King Rufus! Down with King Rufus!
I think it's clear what the people want. Your removal.
Just wait. Do you not think I have more powerful allies when all my troops get here?
You mean the troops at the palace? Well, let's just say they won't be there when you get back.
What? Brother, you! This is all your fault! You've been gathering troops against me? For you to have this much power, how long have you been conspiring against me?
Yes, I agree with His Highness. He's been conspiring for as long as it would take to finally take this country back.
Wait, the rebellion? You're the rebellion? This entire time?
Yes. You finally put it all together. So, how does it feel? How does it feel for you to lose everything you have, huh? You heard His Highness. Take him away.
Take your hands off me! I will not allow you to get away with this! You hear me? When I get back, I swear you'll regret it!
Well, how's that for a Founding Day ceremony?
I was wondering where he went off to. It seems that you are always avoiding the spotlight. Not befitting of a king, don't you think? I mean, of course. King Rufus hurt people to be in the spotlight. He's entirely different than you. But, still, as a king, you have to at least grin and bear it when people are looking. Though, I will say, humility when speaking to another king is refreshing. So, about that favor. The favor I ask of you is to rule wisely. You sound so shocked. I'm not some evil monster that's here to take away your kingdom. Kyoko had begged for me to help you, but I knew you'd be apprehensive to accept help without something being expected in return. No, don't thank me.
So, this is where the party is.
It appears so. Hello, Your Highness. It seems as though we have succeeded.
It seems? Yes. Repair what your brother broke. And build something new. Ah, your brother. Well, he's definitely...
What Lord Astor means to say is that he's being rather difficult. King Rufus has never been refused in his entire life, and now he's locked away in a cell. Let's just say there's been a lot of screaming.
Screaming? Not only. It is accompanied by hurtled swears and promises.
Duchess!
Couldn't stay awake, could you?
Well, you know how it is.
Well, we'll give your time with the prince. Come, Master, King Wrestly.
Your Highness. Hi. It's weird, isn't it? Finally accomplishing something that was in the works for years and years. It honestly doesn't feel real. Yes, well, it must be even more shocking for you. How are you? Confused? Your Highness, if you at all need any help, you can ask me. Don't thank me. Really, I should be thanking you. I feel so free. I have nothing weighing me down now. Mother, father, have avenged you. There are so many things to do. So many places to see. Am I leaving? Well, I can't stay. Why not? Well, Your Highness, I'm not exactly the king's fiancé anymore. Heck, I'm not even a de Rose. What do you mean? I'm not who I said I was. Are you not angry? You aren't? You're really too kind-hearted for your own good, Your Highness. You want to get to know me? You're quite honest. I shall be too, then. I want to get to know you as well. I want to know why you look upon a darkened world with the want to cast light upon it. I want to know about the prince behind the rebellion. Then, I guess I could stay for a bit. If you really want me to.
Hi everyone, it's Kyoko, the voice of Duchess Kyoko in the Second Prince's Rebellion. It's actually crazy that we finally made it to the end, and firstly I want to thank you all for listening and just staying with the story until this point. I'm just blown away by how long I've been doing this series, first of all, and just what it's turned into. When I first started the Second Prince's Rebellion, it was, just sort of an idea of how a prince would rise up against his brother to take back a country, and it really turned into something so amazing. And I just want to thank you guys for all being with us the entire way. This series was so much fun, and I can't wait to do more. And yeah, new series on the way after this. But thank you guys all so much for watching and listening, and I want to also thank all the amazing voice actors I got to work with during this series. Lady Ein, King Rufus, Lord Astor, Duke Opal, Count Carlisle. There's even more than that. Like, there's so many people in this series, and they all just did such a wonderful job. So I want to thank them, and then also thank you guys again for listening. Yeah, it's been a ton of fun with this series, and I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed writing it and voicing it. Thank you guys. Bye.